Hi guys, it's Thomas here from COTBase.com. Welcome to this week's Commitments of Traders review. Today we're going to have a look at the 34th COT report in this year. And as usual, we're going to start off with the changes in commercials positions. So here we go. We've got S&P 500 on top with a 34% change in commercials positions, a 27% change in large speculators positions. You can see the changes over here. Large speculators are getting closer to the zero line, which is quite interesting. Let's open a 5 years chart and see the extreme on a wider time frame. Basically, we were at a pretty large COT extreme a few month ago actually. We didn't see a price reaction back then, or just a very short-living one. And since then, prices could continue their rise. So the big question is that would we see commercials and large speculators move away from these extreme territories, even see, let's say, commercials go into very deep net long territories, which would mean that I believe as this is happening, we would see the continuation of this decline. Or, as our last relative extreme shows over here, basically that marked the end of this down leg over here, and basically prices could continue their rise. So that's actually the big question. Anyhow, if prices would continue their decline, we can easily see and be very smart by then that it was this major extreme in the market that could put an end to this rally at top in prices. Moving on to Dow Jones-30, we've got a 26% change in commercials positions, an even greater change size in small speculators. Of course, again, this is a bullish signal on the change side. But opening the 5 years chart, we're going to see the extreme. You can see that similarly to S&P 500, we are moving away from COT extreme territories. As we do, we see prices declining. The picture may be a bit more visible over here in Dow Jones, that we are getting away from this extreme, and as we do, prices are declining. But it's always a very tricky situation. We may see the continuation of this rally in case we would witness the COT to the extreme to widen even more. Cotton is our next market. You can see we've got a 21% change in commercials positions, roughly the same change size in small speculators. Of course, all this happening after a great decline in prices, and you can see that basically prices are still in a decline mode. Question is, this little change that we've witnessed, not that little actually, much larger than average, would it affect prices, and would we see them rally a little bit? But if they do, I would say only a few days. It's the extreme really that determines the medium to long-term trend. In case you can see that we are actually very close to this COT extreme, this bearish signal. Of course, we're moving away from these levels, but we're quite far from the opposite extreme. So, of course, a really nice buy signal would arise, as you can see over here, if commercials get into a net long territory, as you can see on this 5 years chart back over here. So we're away from those levels. We are at a bearish extreme, and as we witness that now, we should expect prices to continue their decline in a few weeks, even a month maybe. Sugar is our next market. We've got a 20% change over there in commercials positions, 16% change in large speculators. Another soft market. Of course, the situation is a bit different over here than in cotton. We are more closer to bullish extremes. You can see it on this 5 years chart. We just went into net short territories concerning commercials, and you can see that we had a little bit of start of a rally over here. Now prices are again declining a bit. So the question is, of course, are we going to be witnessing the continuation of this decline, which would mean, I believe, the widening of this extreme, or we're going to see the moving away from these net long territories for commercials and going down into deep net short territories, which would mean the continuation of this rally, if we can talk about any. Moving on to large speculators COT Extreme. Here we go. And cocoa, another soft market to talk about. 288 report extreme and large speculators positions. Let's open the 5-year chart and see this on a wider time frame. Yes, here you can see that basically we've got a pretty large sell signal. So as you can see, whenever we've reached such levels, that marked a top in prices, and we're there right now. You can see that prices have declined in the past few weeks now, and I believe that since we're still there, we're at this extreme level, we can see a little bit of more decline in prices. 5-year note is our next market. We've got a 176 report extreme over there in large speculators, larger extreme in commercials, 292 report extreme over there. I'm going to try to open the 5-year chart. I hope it's going to be visible. Yeah, you can see it over here. We are at a pretty large extreme. Large speculators have gone into net short territories. Of course, this usually means a bottom in prices. You can see I'm showing you a few examples that in 5-year notes, these are actually really nice signals. So we may expect prices to rally from here. Our next and last market, the euro, we have a 111 report extreme in large speculators position. So that's already a decent extreme. Let's open the 5-year chart to see it a bit more clearly. Here you go. And of course, we're going to find the similar occasions. Actually, the last time we had basically the same extreme size, not an all-time extreme, but still a pretty large one, was over here the beginning of this year, and you can see it really marked well the end of this rally. So what we're witnessing now is very similar, and we may see prices declining from here. Of course, a greater extreme such as this one over here would be even more clear, more definite that prices should decline. But I mean, we've already experienced last week prices declining, so we may talk about a top already. Okay, that's all for this week. I hope you enjoyed my review. Of course, if you'd like to have a look at other COT charts, you can do so at our COT charts page. If you'd like to have a more in-depth and detailed COT analysis, well, then check out our COT analysis page, where you can add other useful functions to your table: the long-term trend, volume and open interest scores, the COT index, look at other COT report types, data types, all sorts of really useful functions. So I hope to see you next week. I hope you enjoyed this review. Have a great weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.